Good afternoon and welcome to Quays News. I'm Georgia Spratt.
And I'm Charlotte Martin. Here's what's coming up on today's programme.
Blood bikers, the unsung heroes who provide life-saving services up and down the country.
The 20-year-old park run that's still running, literally.
We will hear about the shocking Merseyside derby.
Wrapping up the programme today, we have the latest entertainment and the weather.
First today, we're all familiar with the flashing blue lights of an ambulance on the roads. But how many of us know about blood bikes?
They provide a vital service, shuttling blood around the region where it's needed. Reece Hanson has more.
While the NHS is struggling with finances and strikes, there are many still fighting to keep the healthcare afloat. There are some, however, who get less recognition for their work than others.
So I am a part of the Freewheelers Emergency Voluntary Service. We provide a service, a medical courier service, and we respond to requests from NHS organisations to move medical equipment, samples, etc. all around our region. If it's an emergency or an immediate job, you're straight, get your gear on, straight on the bike and directly en route to pick it up.
In 2023, the Freewheelers, one of the 36 blood bike charities, did 7,923 jobs, moved 3,835 samples and did 85 breast milk deliveries. In doing so, they have so far saved the NHS over £463,000 that would otherwise have to be spent on couriers. It isn't just in the NHS's finances, however, where the blood bikers have a huge impact.
There are plenty of reasons why people need blood urgently in the hospital, and that could be road traffic accidents, that could be children who can't make their own blood due to cancer or something like that, and often the need for blood is quite urgent, and if you need blood you often need quite a lot of it. If people don't get the blood they require, the consequences are often fatal. So in resuscitation scenarios where we're trying to give as much blood as possible, if people don't get that blood, then they can die.
Often a blood biker's vital delivery will end here, at a hospital, where they'll drop off their life-saving blood, breast milk or equipment before disappearing back off into the night. They often don't get to see the impact of their work, nor do patients always know who helped save them, but they still do it, keeping us all just that little bit safer.
Climate change is one of the biggest issues facing our world at the minute, and renewable energy is one of the first steps to reducing its impact.
But a new solar farm on the Kent coast has come under fire for its large lithium-ion battery storage facility, the largest in the country. The Cleve Hill Solar Park is currently under construction near the village of Graveney, surrounded by wildlife conservation areas, and is set to supply 91,000 homes with renewable energy. The site itself is just a stone's throw from the town of Faversham, and local residents are worried about the potential impacts a fire on the site could have.
The point is that those batteries can be placed anywhere. They don't have to be in Cleve Hill, they don't have to be on top of the solar farm. They can be put anywhere in the grid and still store the power that's generated there. Is it really local people that are going to benefit, or is it really local people who are actually being put on the edge of the disaster? Because Kent Fire and Rescue, after all, did say that within the 40-year lifespan of this site, there will be an incident.
Now, moving on to sport, it's been an exciting week in the Premier League, with Liverpool's title hopes being scuffed.
That's right, Liverpool suffered an unexpected defeat to Merseyside rivals Everton, with goals coming from England internationals Jared Branthwaite and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Meanwhile, Liverpool are closing in on Jurgen Klopp's replacement. The Feyenoord boss, Arne Slot, is the odds-on favourite to take over the Anfield hot seat. City went within 1 point of leaders Arsenal with a game in hand after thumping Brighton 4-0 away from home. The Brighton defence was shaky at the back and made a costly mistake in the 34th minute, leading to Foden closing out a first-half double. And finally from me, last night was the first round of the NFL draft. The Chicago Bears picked quarterback Caleb Williams first overall. The 22-year-old will sign a $40 million contract. Now that's a lot of money at that age. Back to you guys.
Local sport now. Park Run is celebrating its 20th birthday this year.
Millions have been inspired by the group to get together and exercise. Dan Walters to find out more.
I think the fact that it's been here for 20 years is just testament to how much we all enjoy being together. As humans, we're wired to be part of a wider community, and this park run in particular has just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I think it'll continue to do that. It's an amazing park, it's a great location. Yeah, I just think people just like being together,
Parkrun has been continuing to bring the community together for the past 20 years. And throughout the parkrun community, people believe that will still happen. People come here to socialise, to run and to help out.
I think parkrun caters to all reasons and motivations for coming. I think there's definitely a community here. There's lots of friendly faces that you see every week, and that routine I think is really nice for a lot of people. Some people come down to run quick, some people come down to socialise, and yeah, it's really open to everyone, which is what's so nice about it.
On to the entertainment now. Jonathan, any new albums?
Of course there is. Eminem has announced that he will be releasing a new album this summer. Right before making an appearance at the NFL Draft, Marshall Mathers announced that his 12th studio album is on the way. A trailer for the album got released shortly after his cameo in the NFL, showing a true crime reporter discussing the death of Eminem's alter ego, Slim Shady. Slim Shady has been an alter ego for the artist for a long time, dating back to the 1997 EP, Slim Shady EP.
Finally, the moment us Northerners have been waiting for. Can we dust the cobwebs off the barbecue this weekend?
Over to Weatherman Dan to find out more.
Good afternoon to you all. This week the whole country has had only one thing in common. It's gone quite cold outside within the past few days. Temperatures are staying about 10 degrees within the daytime, with cold temperatures of around 2 degrees through the night. So a lot colder to last week's temperatures of around 15, 16, 17 degrees. Let's take a look at Manchester today then. Well, it's following that 10-degree trend. This morning we had some sunny spells, but grey clouds are sweeping through, which are keeping those temperatures quite cool for the remainder of the evening. For the rest of today, a very cloudy day with a small chance of rain for now, but some slight showers will approach tonight as you're making your dinner. As we go into the weekend, tomorrow the sun will be overpowered by a flurry of grey clouds which could potentially hold a bit of rain, but it's looking like drizzle is expected across the streets of Salford, with temperatures in the low teens and going down to low single numbers again during the night. Sunday looks very bleak at the moment, a huge gulf of rain in the northwest. The morning will see lots of rain and thick grey clouds again until clearing again late afternoon around 4 p.m. Temperatures ranging quite low with highs of around 11 degrees and lows of 3 degrees. Next week, temperatures are picking up again with highs of around 17 degrees, which may sound nice, but for now could result in some thundery showers. So keep your coat out. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks for the disappointing news, Dan, and that's all for today.
We'll see you again in September when we return all lovely and tanned.
Or burnt.
Goodbye.